Carolyn had just been taken. She had managed to drop a pin to Rev so that you knew her location, which pinged at a Tadbury warehouse just a few minutes from here. So let's stick with Ryan, Rev, and Tass for the moment. What are you going to do?
Holy shit.
Hey guys, I only got about an hour before operations ready at Spaghetti Factory, so let's wrap this up in a hurry. All right, I have to be there, or all 77 of us do not get seats.
That thing was super fast and super strong.
Yeah, it said that they created it. It thinks it was an accident or something. I got no other details because it was a rage rabbit.
Wait, you talked to the rabbit?
I talked to the rabbit. It's a whole thing. I've got another buddy that can talk to bears. Like it's a whole thing. So, we can pretty much confirm though that it wants to kill. It just said Tonberry, Tad.
The thornberries?
The wild thornberries.
Don't say it with a C, or we're going to copyright infringe and get taken down.
We can assume it was old boy that was here, but yeah, it seemed like it was thirsting for his blood, if not anybody else's. It just kind of wanted to trash everything that had to do with them.
Well, she just sent me her location, and she's not responding to any texts. But the location is this guy told Ryan and I that there's an old Tadbury, not old, but there's a Tadbury factory nearby where they do a little R&D, and it seems like it's close to that place, if not that place.
Okay, maybe that was origin point then. It's their TGRI, like that's where the mutant got made, and that's just sort of where its home is.
I want to take out my phone. Not take out my phone. I literally just pointed at it. I want to switch screens on my phone and look at the video that I recorded of it. And I want to use one of my other moves called "We'll Fix It in Post," which just lets me examine recorded or either audio or video recording that I've taken of a creature, and I can use that to investigate a mystery with the creature. So I don't have to be in the presence of the creature.
Roll investigate a mystery.
Come on. 10.
10, so you get 2 hold.
So, what can hurt it?
A well-timed quip.
The next holiday coming around and it being forgotten?
Anything with a creamy center?
I'm 2 of 3 of those things.
So, I'm trying to think of how you get this out of your footage.
Yeah.
From watching it kind of destroy things, like it seems.
It can also come from Carolyn's footage too, if that helps. The one that
I do have it on my phone. It was emailed to me.
True.
I haven't opened it yet because I assumed it was another cat video.
Specifically her cat.
Yeah.
Fair.
Okay. This is dumb, and I'm excited about it. As you're watching the footage, you can see that as it destroys things, like it's not invulnerable. Like you shot it and it left a blood trail. And it seems to like kind of pick its battle when it's trashing things. Like it seems like it can be hurt. Mm-hmm. Maybe not as much as you would hope, but it can be just hurt by whatever. But as you are watching, and it's something that you didn't notice in the moment in the midst of the chaos, but as it turns around to like pick its next target, just kind of, you just barely notice as it lays an egg.
I'm sorry.
And so you see, it turns its kind of face in your direction. It's looking around, and just kind of from between its legs, you see a colorful like lavender.
So we know it has an exhaust port that we can that we can target.
Huh. Can I hold my other question?
I don't see why
and
not.
Go
You've
see
got-
and go see if I can find that egg, and
Yes.
perhaps ask a question about this egg.
Yeah. I mean, you go. You have no problem. You walk over and you, among some of the wreckage, just because you can see on the video exactly where it happened. You kind of.
I'm gonna pull out a handkerchief.
a plastic bag, flip it inside out.
There are always Harvey poop bags in my coat, so yeah.
But yeah, you pick up this egg, and it is again, it's look an Easter egg. It is dyed purple, or at least it is purple. It looks like it's dyed purple with this kind of tulip pattern around it.
We should crack open the egg.
I don't disagree. I think
I'm hungry.
So he's got a frying pan already and a fire going over a trash can.
I'm just going to say it. If this is filled with chocolate, I'm taking a bite of this egg.
Well,
we all are.
Hold that thought.
One way to find out.
Yeah.
We're gonna Lady and the Tramp this egg, Tass.
So
well, that's a photo shoot we're doing later.
Oh god. So with this, knowing that this is what can hurt it, and I found this egg. With the egg, what can it do? I'm trying to figure out how do I use this egg against it?
What can't eggs do?
I mean,
That's
the incredible edible egg.
Exactly.
So what you can determine from looking at this egg, I think, is there's something magical about it. It seems like, but you can't really parse what it is. And as far as holding it in your hand, it seems like an egg. It seems like you could drop this thing and it might just explode. But it almost seems like, it's got some kind of magical resonance. You can just kind of feel the energy as you hold it in your palm. There's just kind of a warmth in your palm. Somehow it seems like this is. Have you?
Well, no. I mean, I don't have a palm, but I at least have the general.
But I do shit in my hands. But yeah, it seems like somehow it is magically aligned. But I think you do know that you have a magic user who could probably answer this with more clarity.
Could I?
Can I look at Ryan's video and my aerial video just to see do I see other eggs that look like this?
Yes. I mean, yeah, just consulting the video. Here's the thing. There was an Easter egg hunt. So you see lots of eggs scattered all about the place, and eggs in children's baskets.
Oh no.
And
those are shit eggs. That's
so I'm going to hold this out to Tass and Ryan. This can I don't know, hurt it or change it back, or these are connected to it somehow. More than just a mother-child thing. And I'm afraid we might have to, what if it was laying these all over the place? We might have to find them. How long can Carolyn survive while we go on an Easter egg hunt?
I was expecting a lot of things, and this isn't it. Out of character, I'm still hung up on let's just look at the plot, the plot point, just the thesis
from a
statement.
From a deconstructionist point of view.
Yeah, just the first sentence of every paragraph. What can hurt it? It laid an egg.
I bet it's the egg. And something's burning. I think it's my eggs.
Yeah, so somehow Rev knows that this egg can lead to the downfall of this rabbit.
Yeah.
And he can feel that there is some kind of magical connection in it.
Yeah.
But I just because it's Rev who is non-magical, narratively, I don't think there's a way for him to parse exactly what that is.
Yeah,
but he knows it to be the case. For you, I think you could do, we'd probably call it a big magic to kind of discern exactly what that connection is.
That's what I'm trying to figure out what does that look like? What do I have to do mechanically here to see what the connection is, because I mean, just making a guess, it could be anything from it doesn't want this egg to get hurt, and so like its weakness is more mental, to we have to egg this thing. Like, I don't know.
We have to make it watch us eat the eggs.
Oh my god.
If eating can defeat a monster, I am your man. This is what I was born to do.
We just got to wait that hour and get us into the factory. I guess that question, would I know, would be a way to analyze a magical connection between this thing and its mama.
Yeah. So here's how I think this manifests is you're kind of trying to you're kind of trying to astral sight this egg.
Yeah.
And so I think you need Rev's help. Because he is the one who noticed it, who has held it, who has kind of like literally spent the most time with this thing so far, which is not a lot, but it is still more than you.
I've already packed into it.
Rev, are you dating the egg?
No.
So I mean, I think this is it's big magic, but it's essentially just a use magic roll, kind of using Rev as a totem, almost like an anchor here.
Okay. All right. So do I just go for it here?
Yeah, roll use magic.
Do it, you coward.
Oh, shit. That's uncalled for, but okay. Oh, hell yeah, baby. That is a 12.
Nice.
A 12. Okay, so here's what you get as you kind of look at this thing, study the magic surrounding this egg. One, you get the impression that it's not the only one. It seems to you like there are 7 of these, and you can kind of sense the auras around the greater area. Some stretch as far as, if you had to guess, probably like the spaghetti factory or somewhere around there.
Do we have to find chaos emeralds?
But
it's amazing.
Knowing where the creature took Carolyn, you don't exactly trace threads. Like, it's not that specific. They're not straight lines, but you can pick up on those auras in 3-dimensional space, and there is a clear kind of a link between the one you're holding and the 6 others that are kind of weaker, and the one off a few minutes away near where the warehouse is. And but I can't spell it out less than this. It seems like this egg in your hand is about 1/7 of the energy of the signature over by the warehouse. Like, you get the impression that each of these is kind of a fraction of like life force almost for the creature.
Okay. So would it be reasonable to think that, with that in mind, breaking it right here and now is the best course, or is it more in the line of like, I should gather these up together to do one thing?
I mean, you get the impression that breaking it here and now will take out like 1/7 of this thing. Like, you don't get the impression that they need to be together to be destroyed.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're not building like an Easter Infinity Gauntlet.
Okay, right. That's kind of what I mean. Like, yeah, absolutely. Like, if we needed to use that total sum energy against it in one big thing, or if it's more like its battery, I guess, is what I'm asking. But breaking it seems like the best idea.
I mean, breaking it seems like it'll do the job.
Okay. Then I am going to just be kind of, analyzing it and popping off that spell, and I think I just toss it up in the air.
I try to catch it.
I push him.
I catch it in my mouth.
Oh, God. And it shatters in Ryan's mouth. And just
been there too.
Yolk just kind of built on his mouth.
Back from his powerlifting days.
Didn't even crack him into a glass, just swallowed him whole like a snake.
Oh, God. All right. There are 6 more of these. We have to break them. They're like sort of a connection to it and have the sum power that kind of equals what it has. So we need to get the other 6. And I think a kid at the goddamn spaghetti factory probably has at least one as well.
I don't think we can leave. This thing has Carolyn. Like, we can't leave her alone with it that long.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
I need to check my reservation at the spaghetti factory. I'll go there. We're gonna have to eat after Carolyn survives this.
Yeah,
We gotta make sure that we keep that reservation.
somebody's
That's
gotta
like
go.
a
I see your
optimism.
priority. I see where I fit in the priority.
Hey, you're gonna be very stressed out after the deal. You're gonna need some nourishment. Doing this for you.
I mean, I can kind of sense where they are. How about you two go try to get her out, and I'll hunt down the eggs.
As long as you make sure they don't give our table away.
I'll make sure that they won't give the table away, of course.
It's Ryan plus 76.
Wait a minute, you didn't
Yeah,
include
well,
me. in
I'm the
We'll
70.
talk about this later. Just go.
78. If I'm alive.
Well, I didn't want to be so cavalier to assume you'd live through this.
If I'm alive, I'm gonna need to carb load at the spaghetti.
Ryan, do you think you can fight a giant rabbit?
Yeah, I mean, why not? Yeah, I mean, I've fought a lot of things. I've fought obesity. I've fighting
Tornadoes.
hypertension. Just like it'll be fine. I got this.
All right. Yeah, so I will tell my phone to lead me to the dropped pin for Carolyn's phone.
Okay. So you two head that direction. By what means?
Segue.
Segue.
So I was waiting for it. All right.
That means we're gonna have to spend about 45 minutes of me getting comfortable on a Segway. Can I ride on Brandon's back? Can I just
Yeah.
can I be like a hand?
I think it's more like you're sitting on the handlebars facing him. Okay, so Tass takes off for the spaghetti factory. You two hop a Segway towards where Carolyn is. Let's jump back to Carolyn.
It's like when you're trying to move a plant in Sea of Thieves. That's all what my view is.
He's flailing.
Okay.
So you
I
are
have
in the
many
warehouse.
questions.
Yes. Let me scene set for you a little bit. So you have been kind of plopped down. You managed to drop a pin on your phone before the creature took it and just hucked it somewhere else in the warehouse. And for the moment, it is kind of pacing back and forth and looking at you. It almost seems like it doesn't know. There wasn't a part 2 to this plan. Like it's not sure what to do with you right now. But it's not harming you, and you are not like bound in any way. So, what would you like to do?
Okay, I have a move in my first abduction. And I've been abducted, I think.
What does the move do?
It says they taught you hidden knowledge, gain +1 to any move when you research strange or ancient secrets.
Okay.
So I'm just wondering, like, I don't know if that applies to this or not, since I've been taken.
Oh, like you were abducted as part of your bio.
Yeah, okay, so that doesn't apply to this. This is a separate abduction.
Yeah, I think like,
This is one of many abductions.
narratively, I think how this will kind of play out is like depending on what you do in this situation and kind of what you glean about it, about the creature, about this whole thing, that you might get some +1s in the future acting on what you learn here. Like you might get +1s to relevant roles later on.
Okay, so it seems like I'm not in immediate danger. Put me down. He's not attacking me, but I also don't around much because I don't want to startle him and get him riled up again.
Okay.
So I think what I'm going to do is, do I still have my flash?
Yes. I think you've still got your flashlight.
Okay, so I'm going to turn my flashlight on, but I'm just going to like set it next to me. And I'm going to just kind of slowly move it around to shoot it through the factory to see what I see. But I don't want to get up and move because I'm afraid if I move, he'll follow me or chase.
Okay. So
And I
as you
have
kind of go on.
I have my trust my gut move or trust your gut. That says when you consult your instincts about next plus weird. I don't know if that's something I can do.
Yeah, that's absolutely something you can do if you want to do that right now.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna roll that.
All right.
13.
Nice.
13. Okay. So you get you know exactly where you're supposed to go.
Okay.
So as you kind of turn your flashlight on and maneuver it around, at first he kind of flinches when you turn the flashlight on because you came at him with it. But he seems to notice that you're not doing that now. You're just kind of scanning around, and as you do, you get this feeling in your gut that there's something in this warehouse that is linked to him. It seems important, and you're pretty sure that it is somewhere in like the northwest corner of this warehouse, just 100 feet from you or so.
Okay. So out of character, out of game. I don't know what the phrase is. I'm supposed to say.
Out of character is fine.
Out of character.
Away from keyboard.
Okay, I know that they have broken one of those eggs. Obviously, the warehouse doesn't know that. But when they broke that egg, did I notice him do anything that would have corresponded with that egg? Did I notice anything weird that happened with him?
That's an excellent question. And so far, no.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Okay.
Because we have kind of like your thing started at the same time their thing started, timeline wise. So just out of character, that hasn't happened yet.
Okay, got it. Okay, so then if I know I'm going to the northwest corner, I'm just going to move very slowly, keep myself open, and just start. I'm going to keep looking at him and be as non-threatening, but I'm going to move in that direction.
Okay. What do I want you to roll? I think this is going to be an act under pressure.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He is not exactly threatening you, but he is still clearly like watching you, and he's tense. So I think this kind of represents your ability to do this in a non-threatening way that he will allow to happen.
Okay. Act under plus 9.
A 9. However, you get a +1 ongoing because of trust your gut for as long as you are investigating the lead that I just told you about.
So that's 10?
So that will bring your act under pressure up to a 10.
Awesome.
So you do exactly what you want to. You stand up and you move calmly and like confidently and non-threateningly toward that corner. And he is watching, and he's tense, but he doesn't make any move like for you. And in fact, as you start to move that direction, he starts to follow you, but it's just calmly at your pace. He is going where you're going.
Okay. So I'm going to make my way to west corner and check it out with my flashlight.
Yeah. I think just because you got a full success on the trust your gut, you don't have to look for the thing. You know exactly where something is. You are kind of maneuvering through this warehouse among like pallets of product. It seems like it's all just, boxes, crates of Cadbury candies and stuff. And there is this one pallet with a big crate on top of it, and they've all got that just kind of plastic wrap all around them, like to hold everything in. But you can see that on top of this one crate, there is just a box, like a candy box, that isn't in whatever container it should be in. And it appears to be a package with 4 chocolate rabbits in it. And it seems like it almost got accidentally wrapped up with this crate.
Okay. I'm gonna pop one of the rabbits out and offer it to him. Maybe he wants to eat it.
he looks at it, and he like holds out his hand and takes it from you, and he just looks at it, but he seems confused.
Okay, then I'm gonna take another rabbit. Shit. And take a bite of it and show him to eat. Is that cannibalism?
No, this is great.
Like, I want to show him that he can eat it.
Yeah. As you take a bite of it, he's looking at the one in his hand. He's not even paying attention like the moment you take a bite. But right as you do, he kind of freezes, and like a shudder runs over him, like a cold chill. But he doesn't seem like upset about it. But it seems like you taking that bite did something to him.
Okay. Can I did something to him. Okay. Can I look around, like in this box? Is there anything else about it?
So much of this is cutting out.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're trying to say to me right now.
I'm sorry. Is
It's
there
okay.
anything else in that box besides those 4?
No, there's nothing else in there. And in fact, like looking over the packaging, it's not even like this doesn't seem like a product that was set to be on a shelf or anything. Like this is almost like an unmarked package. It's just like a cardboard kind of box. It's got like the cellophane, like the plastic front, like the window, but it doesn't have like a name of the candy or anything on it. It doesn't have nutrition facts on the back. It doesn't have the Tadberry logo on it. It's just like a blank blank box that hadn't been branded yet almost.
Okay. Do I have my forensic tools with me, or lose those when he carried me?
No, you got your stuff.
Okay. I'm going to take one of these eggs and like do an analysis made out
On the chocolate rabbit?
on the chocolate, yeah. Or not the eggs, yeah.
Okay. Roll investigate a mystery.
Okay, that's +2 sugar. 11.
11, you get 2 questions off the list.
Okay, awesome. What is being concealed here?
Okay. So as you kind of examine this chocolate rabbit, it's you don't know what it is, but that's the thing. Like it is chocolate, but it's kind of like a mix or like a batch. It's unlike anything you've ever encountered before. It is some kind of weird, like experimental chocolate mix that this thing is made out of. And that's all it is. It is that all the way through. But as you kind of hold it in your hand and turn it over in your hand and stuff, you feel this kind of sense coming from it that you know to be some kind of magic. There's some kind of magic inherent in this weird chocolate.
Okay. And just in connection to the chocolate rabbit, what was it going to do? What was made?
Can you repeat that? Sorry.
Yeah. So just in relation to the chocolate rabbit, not the big monster, what was it going to do? What I'm thinking of is why was this made? What was the purpose?
Okay. Good question. Man, how do you know this? It clearly, like, it seems one of a kind, whatever it is, or I mean 4 of a kind. There are 4 of them in there. But just from the package and from what it's made of and all that, like it doesn't seem like there are any more of whatever this is. And so it seems like what it was going to do, it was going to maybe be a new product. Like this might have been some sort of experimental candy, some new form that somebody was working on and, maybe didn't pan out or hasn't panned out yet or hasn't been put into production yet or something. This seems like a prototype of some kind. Okay.
And there are 4. So I broke down one. I gave one to I took a bite of one. And so I have complete.
Yeah. And the one that you have handed the bunny, he is still like, he's holding it. He's not eating it. He's just kind of watching what you're doing with curiosity. Sort of almost standing on the other side of the crate, like it's the other side of a lab table, just watching, interested. And as you break that one down, it doesn't seem to do anything. Like you don't see him have that shudder again as you kind of break the chocolate down and look through it and examine it.
Okay.
Let's hop back over. I said hop. Let's hop over to Tass.
Genius.
Thank you. Coming from a professional comedian.
You would have got second place.
Tass, what are you doing? You're looking for eggs.
Yeah, I'm just trying to follow whatever might be the clue of the, that aura that I was feeling from the other 6 and just, trying to get to the next one and break it.
Okay. So I think that I'll have you do and investigate a mystery.
Okay.
You knew kind of where they were. You got the sense of the auras, but not like with extreme precision.
Okay.
So this will kind of merit your tracking them down.
Superb. I'm going to add my nothing to this.
Okay.
Oh, 7.
7. So you get 1 hold. I'm guessing it's where did it go?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay. And so I mean we'll start with one of them here. Like you're looking around, you knew that several of them were on the grounds of the festival. And sure enough, as you track back kind of near the hedge where on the blurry video that Ryan now has that Carolyn saw, it emerged from, and poking back through that spot where it came out of the bushes to begin with, you do find one. It is hidden. I mean, it doesn't seem like it was purposely hidden. It's not buried or anything. It is just kind of at the roots of this hedge. And it is a periwinkle egg with a sort of white zigzag pattern around it. So what are you doing? Are you just destroying them as you find them?
I think so. I want to take a picture of them first because they're so cool. And then, yeah, I think I want to destroy them.
Okay.
This was close to the dunk tank, right?
Yes.
I got to try, to
God, is the clown still just sitting there by himself? Everyone else has gone to the spaghetti factory. And he, hello?
Oh, sorry. Yes, I need to retcon. I need to jump back, Carolyn, because you asked me about this and then I forgot about it. While you are doing your examination, as you took a bite out of the chocolate, you saw that little shutter go through him, and then the rest of the examination doesn't seem to bother him. But at some point, while you are doing this, he just lets out this kind of cry of pain, and it doesn't seem to be related to anything that you did. Like,
okay.
And he doesn't aggress on you, but he's breathing more heavily. Like it seems like something somehow hurt him, and the stimulus you cannot determine.
Okay.
So okay, back to Tass. So you destroy egg, and move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't think we need to do these like one by one. That's boring. You move about the area, and one by one you find these eggs. The next one you find kind of looks like Togepi's shell from Pokemon. It's got like red and blue triangles on it. How do you smash that one?
Oh, is there anything interesting around
There. What do you want to be around?
The world is your oyster, Tass.
Let's build.
Cornhole.
Yeah, there's cornhole boards.
All right. Yeah, I want to try to swish that thing.
Okay, let's do a no. You toss it, it goes perfectly, nothing but net through the hole on the board. Crunch on the grass.
That is not indicative to my usual cornhole experience, but I appreciate it.
The next one you find is goldenrod with little white kind of polka dots all over it. How do you do it?
Take a little picture. I assume I'm going to try to huck that at the little stake for horseshoes.
Okay. Yeah, it lands like perfectly on top of the stake, and almost like splits inexplicably around it.
Nice.
The yolk drips down.
Tass loves eggs on steak.
I do.
The next one you find is like a crimson egg, and it's actually got these like black scribbles on it. It's a little bit edgy for an Easter egg. You think?
Oh, okay.
The crimson egg sounds like a DC.
Gotta be hacky sack.
Hacky. Oh no, I don't want to get that all over my shit. No, I assume if this is still in the festival grounds, I am very delighted to find that they have a bocce ball strip. So I'm going to set it out and then throw the bocce balls at it.
Okay. This one you don't do as good at. For some reason, you missed your mark
come on.
this
No,
one.
hey, now we're
It takes a couple. No, this is the bad one.
A bocce master.
You're having a rough day.
All right, fine. You ace it first try with the bocce ball.
Sweet.
And I mean, back on Carolyn's end, as you're here with this creature, every now and then it just kind of lets out another shriek of pain. And they're intermittent. It's like one every minute or two for a couple minutes here, a few minutes as you do your look over. Is there anything you want to do, like as it exhibits pain?
I think I'm gonna climb off of the pallet where the box. I'm gonna get, because if it's magic, I've got to save it so he can look at it.
Okay.
But I think I'm gonna try and approach it after scary, but an anime. So I'm gonna.
I also didn't catch much of that. I heard that you want to approach it.
Yeah.
And then lots of cutout.
Because the animal's in pain, so she went.
Yeah, this is an animal in pain. I'm gonna help it. So
okay.
I'm gonna try and get as close to it as it will let me. Still being careful and.
Okay. I think just by nature of like having been cool around it so far, you don't really need to roll anything for this. It will allow you to get close to it. It seems kind of tense again, and unsure, but it does not prevent you from closing distance. So what do you want to do once you get up to it?
I want to try and pet it,
Oh,
like comfort him.
okay.
Hopefully not with your flashlight across his skull. You have a weird love language, Carolyn. That's all.
I mean, yeah, I don't know what role this would warrant. You reach out and you pet the rabbit.
Yeah.
And he seems, slightly calmed by the whole ordeal. He's kind of shaking, like, it seems like whatever's happening is kind of taking it out of him. But he seems a little bit more relaxed by your touch.
Okay.
So around this time, Rev and Ryan, you arrive outside of this building on your Segways.
Segway.
Segway.
Yes.
Yes.
I basically had Brandon. I was covering his face like a koala.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah. And it looks like a warehouse. Like, it's not decrepit. It's active. You are able to get on the grounds without a problem. But, there's the loading bay doors aren't up or anything. You can see a couple of those like big overhead garage doors on one side. On the other side, you can see a double door that are those sort of just metal with the little glass window, open outdoors. And then beyond that is what seems like kind of a different segment of building. Like the part closer to the entrance is like the warehouse area. And beyond that seems more like a actual like facility, like a factory. That's the word I was looking for.
Does the blood lead to any particular door or side of the building?
It leads to a back door. On the opposite side, it's kind of, if you're facing garage doors, left side of this warehouse is kind of that double door. Seems like the main entrance. It leads back around to the right side, where there is just one service door. No window. It's like a heavy metal fire door.
So how do you want to do this?
We're going in guns blazing, my friend.
Okay, and I'll pull
Opening
out
that
my
door,
gun.
and I'm gonna punch the first rabbit I see.
Okay.
Yeah, so I will take my gun out and I'll prepare to push the door open for Ryan to charge in.
Okay, no! Ryan, are you going in armed? What do you have?
Well, I don't go in anywhere armed, Jake. That was rude of you. I take a look. Is there anything around the general area? I took like a quick scan to see if there's anything I can use as a weapon.
I mean, not sure. There's like a piece of rebar.
Done. Rebar it is. Well, I mean, I think I was gonna do like the one brass knuckle.
Yeah. Well, and nothing will probably be better than your attack that you have as the monsters. You have your claw attack.
Yeah, we're gonna claw. I'm going in. Yeah. Just claws and teeth.
I think it's 2 harm ignores armor.
Okay.
When you use your pincher.
I'm gonna pinch him.
Okay. All right. So you count it down, and Rev tears open the door, and Ryan moves in. And Carolyn, you see this because it's pretty damn close to where you are. You see light kind of pour in as a door opens, and Ryan rushes in. And as he does, the rabbit, is clearly caught off guard. Like it was just being lulled into security. And it is not.
Thanks, Carolyn.
It's not prepared. So I think Ryan, I don't even need you to make a roll. You've basically got the drop on this thing. You rush in. What does your attack do? What's the damage?
What does it do?
Yeah, it is. I believe it's 2 harm, ignore armor.
Okay, so you hit this thing, or you pinch this thing rather, pretty good, and it reels, and it lets out this kind of pathetic, high-pitched screech that you've heard it make when it gets hurt. But it stabilizes, and it is ready now. It is ready to fight.
Yeah. Bring it, rabbit.
Rev, after Ryan rushes in, what do you do?
I think I'm trying to get a sense of where Carolyn is. I want to try to look around and kind of analyze the room.
Yeah, as far as looking for Carolyn, I don't think that mandates a roll either. You open the door. As you look in, just the light is kind of spilling onto Carolyn, and she's got like what looks like a little forensic workshop set up on top of a crate, like as if she was doing something. And just beyond her is Ryan with his back to you, and the bunny on the other side of Ryan facing your direction, but kind of squaring up with Ryan.
Wait, what's going on? Why? I thought you were captive by this thing.
Hold on. It's not dangerous.
Yeah, because I kicked its ass. That's why it's dangerous.
It let me pet it. He was calm. He's obviously confused about what's going on. There were these jerks of pain that he went. I'm going to show them everything. Chocolate and I'm going to try and calm everything down.
Okay, just because we never get the chance to do this, I'm going to have you roll manipulate someone, because that is a move that has a specific effect when it is used against other hunters.
Okay. 0 charge. Oh. 8.
8. So on a 7 and 9, Ryan and Rev, if you do what she asks, you mark experience.
Yeah, all right. I mean, there's no reason to doubt her. I would stop.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still ready to fight because the bunny's ready to fight now.
Sure, it is. Yeah, I mean, it is squared up with you. Like, from your perspective, what she's saying doesn't really hold water because it's not calm right now. So do you back off or do you stay on this thing?
I'm going to stand my ground.
Okay.
Not necessarily aggressively, but
like defensively.
Defensively, yeah.
Okay.
Trust
So I think
Then I'm going to take another bite of the chocolate to shudder it.
okay. You take another bite of the chocolate rabbit, and I think all of you see this. A shudder runs through this rabbit, and again, it doesn't seem to bother it. It's almost like it doesn't not notice, but it seems like to almost not affect it at all. It's like a breeze blowing over you. Like, yeah, you're aware it happened, but it doesn't matter to you. It just kind of this chill seems to run through it, but it is still mad at Ryan. And at this point, it wants to fight. It leaps hard at Ryan and tries to sink its teeth into you.
Yeah, because I'm a snack.
What do you want to do?
Who, me?
Yeah, or anybody. I mean, you can. Do you want to dodge it? Do you want to punch it? Does somebody else want to do something about it?
Can I try to do one of those cool defensive moves where like you kind of like kick it with your feet like over your head?
It's the sacrifice throw. Yes, absolutely, you can.
Hell yeah.
Roll act under pressure.
Act under pressure.
And while he's doing that, I'm gonna run over. Like we saw Carolyn take a bite out of this bunny, and it affected the rabbit somehow. I'm gonna go over and help her eat the rest of that chocolate rabbit.
Okay. Yeah, you run over and you take some bites of rabbit.
And I got a 7.
A 7. Okay, so you can basically redirect this thing's attack. It's not going to get you, but it's either you're going to redirect it wrong, and it's going to smash into their like chocolate rabbit dissection station,
Our chocolate eating party,
and disrupt what they're doing. Or it's just going to smash into one of them, and I will let you pick which one of them it is.
Rev.
You do your sweet throw, and Rev, as you're taking a bite of this rabbit, you see a shudder come over the rabbit, which is getting much larger, much faster as it smashes into you.
Ryan just throws back, "Happy birthday, idiot!"
And knocks you against a crate. And you are still upright. You don't take any harm. You don't fall down. But you are just kind of, for the moment, pinned against a crate by this rabbit as it tries to right itself.
Can I reach around and try to feed it some of the chocolate?
Give it the old chocolate reach around.
Oh, I am so tempted to look that up on Urban Dictionary, but I don't want to know. No roll necessary. You kind of hold the chocolate around near its face. It doesn't bite.
Oh no, I mean like make it eat some.
Oh, you want to force it in its mouth?
Yes.
Yeah, hold its nose.
Okay. Yeah, give me an act under pressure.
I don't know why I feel like 7.
7. You can force it in its mouth, but you're either going to take a little bit of a bite as you jam your hand in its mouth.
Yeah.
Or
Oh my God.
it's just going to outright readdress you at this point. You're going to be its focus now.
I think I get bit. I've been bit by rabbits before while feeding them. It holds water.
Okay. You take 2 harm.
Oh God.
That's a hell of a bite.
Yeah. As this thing, it's trying to fight away, and you're jamming shit in its mouth, and your hand gets in there, and as it's biting down, it fucking hurts. Like as you pull your hand back, like those teeth went through your hand.
Oh.
You can almost see through to the other side.
Oh God.
Oh
Looking at this
God.
fight.
And does
I don't want to hear any whining.
does it eating this chocolate seem to have any effect on it?
So as this happens, as you jam this in, you pull your hand back, you're looking at it, and it's got
I'm
this
looking
chocolate
at it
like
through the
in
hole.
it's got this chocolate in its mouth, and it just starts retching. And it's just and like putting a hand on a crate like it's about to be violently ill.
Oh, I'm gonna move. I don't want to get rabbit vomit in the hole in my hand.
Okay. Yeah, that's asking for
That's how you get
infection.
infection.
I know.
Back to Tass.
I will be
you
right
are
back.
okay.
Yeah, me too. I need to grab my laptop charger. Stop
Okay.
in earshot.
Okay. We're gonna have a fun scene. Carolyn, get out of here. I'm having a scene with Tass now.
Okay, got it.
No, please stay. Tass, you are on the egg hunt, and unfortunately none the wiser about what is happening at the warehouse. Do you have any intention to reach out to them, to figure out what they know? Like you know, just from how far they were traveling, that at this point, like surely they've gotten there.
Sure.
Like,
Yeah, I think it would be safe to say, especially if there's like a point where there is a bigger chunk between where I'm at and where the next one is at the very least, I would, I think, text Ryan and say, are you guys there yet? I know he was riding on the front of the Segway, so he might be able to text back easier.
Tass, I have to ask, in all your carnival themed destroying of the eggs, did you throw one in a
I lost you.
Throw one in a what?
Oh, did you throw one in a deep
Like a deep fryer?
Yeah. You're at a carnival.
Well, I did now. I don't know.
All right. Yeah. Next one you found, you threw in a deep fryer.
Yeah, for sure.
And there's only a couple left, and I think this is the stretch where you're making your way to the spaghetti factory. There are 2 left, and there's somewhere out there.
Okay.
So Ryan,
Yes.
After this cool throw, as you're getting back to your feet, your phone buzzes, and you have a text from Tass asking if you've arrived yet.
Yeah. Arrived and conquered. And then I'm just flexing for nobody for about 15 seconds.
You get that text in return, Tass.
I sent him a selfie behind me of like the rat retching and pretend that it's me that did that.
Okay.
I tell him, look what I did. And the rabbit's like keeled over, like kind of about to throw up.
Okay, I think that warrants a call.
To Ryan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Conquered? Is it down? What's happening?
Oh yeah, I easily thwarted it. It was so simple.
Okay.
In the background, you hear me shrieking.
It doesn't sound like that's the case. Do I need to keep breaking the eggs?
I mean, if you want, you're already there. How's the reservation? You got to the
I'm not quite there.
All right. Well, if they're ready for the table, can you make sure you get me some garlic bread?
Oh my God. Yes, I will. I will get garlic bread. I will order. Is anybody else there?
Can I talk to anybody else?
Yeah, sure. And I hand the phone into Brandon's stigmata hand.
It just falls through. But I catch it with my other hand.
Okay, message received. I'm gonna break the eggs.
Okay.
You don't want to talk to Rev? Hey Rev, it's Tass. He wants to know what you want from Spaghetti Factory.
Did he break the eggs?
His hand is Spaghetti Factory.
Oh.
You don't know that yet.
It was visible in the background of your selfie.
Yeah,
Over one shoulder was a rabbit retching, and over the other shoulder was rabbit.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep going. Then I'm gonna probably pick up the pace a little bit if I feel like this is a little crazy right now.
Okay.
All right. Well, you do what you're gonna do. I'm gonna keep kicking this rabbit's ass.
Okay, love you.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
And I mean, I think about this time is when you get to the spaghetti factory and you walk in, and there are an extraordinary number of people crowded in the lobby, waiting for every table in this restaurant.
I guess I just start taking all of the kids' Easter baskets and start stomping on them just to make sure.
All right.
He's the Easter Grinch.
You spend a while, but you're going through and you are just trashing Easter baskets. Back at the warehouse, this thing, it's retching, and finally it just vomits a lot. And it looks like, I mean, part of it's chocolate, part of it looks like blood. Like, it seems like it did not take ingesting this thing well at all. And as it's kind of like breathing heavily and recovering from that, Ryan and Rev, you see something you haven't seen before, but Carolyn, it's not news to you. You see it just shrieks in pain again. Whatever is causing it that hurt takes hold. And I mean, it's just fucking kicking this thing while it's down. Like, it seems like it can't quite get a break here. It is not helpless, but severely hindered. It is exhausted right now.
I'm going to try to use empath on it again to see like if it still has violent thoughts towards us. Like, my impression was, oh, this is a monster, and it has hurt me very badly, and it kidnapped Carolyn.
Which makes what I've done justified.
Yes, exactly.
Roll empath.
10.
10. So you get a clear impression. Right now, this thing's fucking terrified. Like, you can tell it doesn't know. I mean, it knows it's in a fight, but beyond that, it keeps feeling like pain and weird sensations, and it doesn't know what it is. And like, it seems just scared and confused right now.
Is there anything in here, like, there's all these crates and stuff. Is there anything I think I could, like, get it to go into? Like, got the chocolate, if I was like, hey, and like try to, like, push it back with the threat of the chocolate. Like, my goal is to kind of trap it someplace, and maybe we can go explore to see how it was made.
Sure.
Maybe this will just be unmade as opposed to us having to kill it.
I think the impression you get here is like threatening it somewhere or like scaring it somewhere is probably not the way to go about this. Like coaxing it somewhere might do the job. But from its kind of emotional state, like, it's still ready to lash out.
Yeah.
Like, it's scared, but it's fight, not flight.
Okay.
Since I've already established a little bit of trust with them, can I try and calm it down again? Maybe it.
I lost you at maybe something.
Lead it somewhere.
This is that interesting problematic thing that we always come up against, where technically you can't manipulate monsters. So I think I'm inclined to call this an act under pressure again. Because so far, the way you have kind of bonded with this thing is just by keeping your cool around it. You haven't like really sweet talked it or anything. You've just been normal, and that seems to do the job. So I think that an act under pressure will allow you to kind of dictate where this thing goes or what it does next.
Okay. 3.
She tries to convince it, but accidentally hits it over the head with.
Okay, so mark experience. And things go to hell. So, yeah, it doesn't take this well. What exactly are you trying to do? Like, how are you communicating with it?
I'm gonna treat it like an injured animal, like I would a non-monster.
Mm-hmm.
Shush and like maybe hum and talk to it and try and pet it. Yeah. I can't think of whatever else.
Yeah, no, that's good. So I think just its trust has been betrayed. It
Thanks,
doesn't
Ryan.
it doesn't think that it can, it doesn't believe your intentions, or even if it does, it's too scared of what else is going on here. And the thing, it tries to bolt again. It doesn't try to fight you all, but it just tries to bail. And in the process, it kind of kicks over your little station. It's going for the door that's behind Rev, because that is the direction it's been thrown. That is its closest point of egress. And it kind of busts up the crates and some of your forensic tools as it goes. Rev, I think you'd be the only one who, I guess Rev or Ryan, either one of you could maybe have the opportunity to try and do something about this. Is there anything you want to do as it tries to run?
Can I try to ninja kick the damn rabbit?
Yes.
Yeah, roll kick some ass.
Yeah.
I assume. Are you just trying to hurt it?
But just stop it. Yeah, hurt it. Stop it from running.
Okay.
Yeah, I ain't done with it yet.
Yeah. So if you full succeed on kick some ass, one of the options is force them where you want them. So yeah, do a kick some ass here.
And what do I get plus on that?
For you, it's weird.
Yeah. So you get a +3.
+3. So then I got a 9.
A 9. Okay. So I'm
gonna help him. If I see like it's running at me, I see Ryan coming out of the. So I'm just gonna put a couple bullets into the ground to try to like hesitate it a bit so Ryan connects with it fully.
Okay. Roll that help out.
Did you shoot me, Brandon? Did you shoot me in the leg?
4.
Oh no, he did.
Okay. Boy. So Ryan, you land your kick.
Nice.
But it's not quite sweet enough to like make it do what you want it to do. So you do,
which was make me the emperor of the world.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like confetti and fireworks.
I don't really know what your kick harm is, but I can just call it your pincer harm, which is 2.
I have leg pincers as well.
Makes sense.
So you land a kick, and Rev tries to fire a couple shots to like route it to help you out. It doesn't quite work, and Rev, in fact, you just get bowled over on its way out the door. And like, again, I have stressed how powerful this thing's legs are. You get stomped, you get trampled pretty hard, and you take 1 harm as it just goes over you and out the door. And you can see that it books it back for the entrance to the warehouse area, but it is gone in a flash.
The Crit Show is a Critshow Studios production, edited and produced by Brandon Wentz with music by Jake Purley. You can find more information about us at thecritshowpodcast.com. To keep up to date with upcoming live shows, contests, and other special events, follow us at The Crit Show on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. For even more weekly content, join us at patreon.com/thecritShow.